Halloween Storytime, presented by the staff of the Yellowknife Public Library.
Hi everyone, my name is Na, and I'm going to be reading to you a book called There's a Nightmare in My Closet. There's a Nightmare in My Closet is illustrated and written by Mercer Mayer. It was published by Puffin Books in 1976. There used to be a nightmare in my closets. Before going to sleep, I always close the closet door. I was even afraid to turn around and look. When I was safe in bed, I'd peek. Sometimes. One night, I decided to get rid of my nightmare once and for all. As soon as the room was dark, I heard him creeping toward me. Quickly, I turned on the light and caught him at the foot of my bed. "Go away, nightmare, or I'll shoot you," I said. I shot him anyway. My nightmare began to cry. I was mad, but not too mad. "Nightmare, be quiet or you'll wake Mommy and Daddy," I said. He wouldn't stop crying. So I took him by the hand. And I tucked him in bed. And closed the closet door. I suppose there's another nightmare in my closet, but my bed's not big enough for 3. The end. Thanks for reading with me, everyone.
Hi kids, and happy Halloween! Today I wanted to read you one of my favorite Halloween stories when I was a kid, and this is called Halloween with Morris and Boris. And I hope you enjoy it. Boris the bear yelled, "Hooray! Halloween is here!" Morris the moose said, "Halloween is not here. I don't see him." Boris said, "Halloween is not a him. Halloween is a..." "I know," cried Morris. "Halloween is a her." "No," Boris said. "Halloween is a holiday. It is when children make pumpkins." Morris laughed. "Children can't make pumpkins. Pumpkins grow." I know that, Boris shouted. Let me finish. It is when children make pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns. Into what? Asked Morris. Oh, come with me, Boris said. I'll show you. There, said Boris. You see? Children make eyes and mouths and pumpkins. Then the pumpkins are jack-o'-lanterns. Morris said, I would like to make a Morris-o'-lantern. Boris yelled, they're always called jack-o'-lanterns. Jack is a boy's name, said Morris. Don't girls make Jill-o'-lanterns? No, shouted Boris. Morris said, oh, Halloween is just for boys, not for girls. No, no, Boris roared. Halloween is for girls too. I will show you. Boris said, look, one of those children is a girl. They are not children, cried Morris. One is made of bones. One has a pointed head. I'm scared. I'm going home. Boris laughed. They're just children. They are dressed up to play trick-or-treat. They ring doorbells or knock on doors. They say trick-or-treat and people give them candy. Morris asked, did you say candy? Boris said, yes, I said candy. Morris said, then you mean trick or eat. Let's play it. I want candy. Boris said, it is called trick or treat. We can't play it. We have no costumes. No what? Morris asked. Costumes, Boris said. What the children are wearing. Morris said, I can make your head pointed. Boris roared, "Arr!" and he chased Morris. They ran into a backyard. Morris ran past a clothesline. Boris ran into the clothesline. Look, Boris cried, I have a costume. I'm a ghost. A what? Morris asked. A ghost, Boris said. Something that makes you scared. Morris laughed. You are not a ghost. You do not scare me. Boris yelled, boo! Morris yelled, no! You are a ghost! And Morris started to run again. He ran into a garage. Bang! Clang! Bong! He ran out of the garage. Into some garbage cans. Clang! Clong! Bong! Look, Boris said. Now you have a costume. You're a clown. A what? Asked Morris. A clown, Boris said. Someone who makes you laugh. Morris said, I am a clown. Now we can play trick or treat and get candy. Morris went to one house. He did not get candy. Morris went to another house. He still did not get candy. Oh, let me do it, Boris cried, and he rang a doorbell. A lady opened the door. When she saw Boris, she yelled, no! Boris did not get candy. Let me do it, Morris said, and he rang the doorbell. The lady opened the door again. When she saw Morris, she laughed. Morris said, trick or treat. The lady gave him candy. Morris rang another doorbell. A man opened the door. Morris's mouth was full of candy. He could not say trick or treat. He said, trick or treat. The man laughed and gave Morris more candy. Boris cried, I want to get candy. Let's change costumes. Morris and Boris changed costumes. And Boris got candy. At the next house, a girl opened the door. Come in, she cried. We're having a Halloween party. Morris and Boris went into the house. They saw apples in a big bowl of water. Children were trying to pick up the apples with their teeth. Morris said, oh, they do not want to wet their hands. And Morris gave apples to the children. No, Boris cried. This is a game. It is called bobbing for apples. You must pick up the apples with your teeth. Morris liked apples. He picked up all the apples with his teeth. Morris yelled, "You did not leave any for me." "Yes, I did," said Morris. The girl said, "Let's play pin the tail on the donkey." She hung up a picture of the donkey. With their eyes covered, they all tried to pin a tail on the donkey. This time, Boris made a mistake. They ate cake and ice cream. Morris did not sit down to eat. And then a boy said, "Let's turn off the lights and tell ghost stories." "Let's tell what?" Morris asked. "Ghost stories," the boy said. "Stories that scare you." Morris laughed. "Ghost stories will not scare me." They turned off the lights and told ghost stories. Morris did not get scared. But then Morris went to the bathroom. There was a mirror in there. Morris yelled, "Yo! A ghost!" And Morris began to run again. "Wait!" Morris shouted. "Halloween is over. We must put back our costumes." Morris and Boris put back their costumes. Morris said, "Now I will not get scared anymore." Just then, Boris put the covers back on the garbage cans. Clang! Clong! Clang! Morris yelled, "Yow!" And he began to run again. Boris ran after him all the way home. And this story was written and illustrated by Bernard Wiseman, and it was published by Scholastic Book Services all the way back in 1975. Happy Halloween, kids!
Hi everyone, my name is Brittany and I work at the Yellowknife Public Library. I'm going to read to you today one of my favorite Halloween books, Broom on the Broom. Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson, pictures by Axel Scheffler, published by Puffin Books in 2001. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black, and long ginger hair and a braid down her back. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned, as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat, when the wind blew so wildly it blew off her hat. "Down!" cried the witch as they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, "I'm a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?" "Yes!" cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forest they flew. The dog wagged his tail and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed out loud and held on to her hat. But away blew the bow from her braid just like that. Uh-oh. She keeps losing things. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said as the witch tied her braid in the bow, "I'm a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me?" "Yes!" cried the witch, and so the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The birds shrieked with glee and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leapt a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I'm a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the frog bounded on, the witch tapped her broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy and, uh-oh. The broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Oh no. I'm a dragon as mean as can be, and which with French fries tastes delicious to me. No, cried the witch. Flying higher and higher, the dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch. Flying down to the ground, she looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew near with a glint in his eyes and said, just this once I'll have witch without fries. But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark, and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads, it had wings like a bird, and its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched as it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch." The dragon drew back and he started to shake. I've made a terrible mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat and whew, said the dog. And thank you, oh thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you I'd be in that dragon's inside. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, find something everyone, throw something in. So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well, and while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. Higgity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom! Then out rose, what do you think it is? A truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a pool for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped her broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. The end.
Oh, hey, welcome to story time. My name is Chris, aka Wonder Glasses. My superpowers come from my lovely silver glasses here, and I can see and read all the books in the world. Are you ready to read a Halloween story with me today? Let's see what we have. We have the good, the bad, and the spooky, written by Jory John and Pete Oswald for Harper in 2001. Here we go. The good, the bad, and the spooky. I'm in a bad mood. A bad mood. Oh yeah, it's true. You want to know why I'm feeling so calmy right now? Huh? Do you? Well, it's Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. I wait all year long for this very evening. But listen to this. I don't have a costume yet. Look around, nothing works. What a travesty. Arrgh! Well, it looks to me like he's got some pretty cool costumes, but he doesn't like any of them. Whoomp! I promise I didn't wait until the last minute. I've been thinking about costumes for weeks, and I honestly gave it my best shot. For instance, I've already tried dressing up as a ghost. I can't see. Boink! And a vampire. I can't talk. And a robot. I can't move. Everything looks so uninspiring. It turns out that putting together a perfect, original, show-stopping costume is basically impossible. Halloween used to be so much fun. My friends and I would all get dressed up together. Oh, the memories. One year we were a rock and roll band known as the Seedles. The next year we went as our favorite condiments. Look, ketchup, relish, and my favorite, mustard. Oh, and then there was the time we went as a carton of eggs. We were cracking up all night. But things changed, as they often do. Time marched on. We got a little older, a little more independent. And I just can't shake the feeling that everybody, and I mean everybody, is going to outdress me this year. After all, I live on a sunflower in a field where everyone takes Halloween very seriously. Very seriously. You have no idea. No. See? How can I compete with that? Princess, and that, what do we have there? Oh, you're right, a cowboy. And that looks like a ladybug to me. And what is that? That, I just can't stand it. Oh. And that's why I'm in a bad mood. A bad mood with a bad attitude. Sheesh. There's only one thing I can think of that will even things out. I need to trick everybody into thinking Halloween has been postponed until tomorrow night. Yeah, then I'll have a bit more time to get my costume together. Excuse me, out of my way, please. Coming through, pardon me, Seed on a mission here. Attention everybody, let's see, there's a big thunderstorm on the way. That's right, a storm, and also, a herd of seed-eating squirrels is racing towards us. Yikes! Watch out, squirrels and rain and thunder, not a good combination. So for your safety, please head home this instant. We'll resume Halloween tomorrow night. Gosh, that sounds spooky. Bummer. There, that should do. No more competition, no more hurt feelings, and most importantly, no more costumes. What a relief. I beg your pardon? Yes, what is it? If I may be so bold, it seems like you're not enjoying yourself this evening. As a fellow seed, in fact, as a pumpkin seed, I know all about the pressures of Halloween. But listen, Halloween is about more than costumes and candy. Mr. Seed, it's about crunching through the autumn leaves. It's about decorations. It's about togetherness. And it's all about community. Look around. This is all supposed to be fun. But nobody really cares what you're wearing. We're just here to have a good time. Look at us. We made these costumes in about 5 minutes. And we're having a blast. Oh, they made a cat costume, didn't they? And a dog one. Just something to think about. Goodbye, Mr. Seed. Geesh, is it possible that I've overreacted? Have I made too big a deal out of something trivial? I suppose I've been taking my bad mood out on everybody else today. Maybe nobody's really paying attention to my costume. Perhaps Halloween doesn't need to be a competition after all, huh? What is he going to do? I've made a big mistake, but maybe it's not too late. Attention everybody! Me again, and I have some good news. Halloween is back on! There's no storm after all, and there are no squirrels barreling towards us. This was all a big trick. Get it? Ha 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 ha! You may continue getting treats now. Yay! Hooray! It's candy time! I've made a big decision. I'm going to worry less about things that don't really matter. Not just on Halloween, but on other days too. I just needed somebody to talk some sense into me. Now I'm not in such a bad mood anymore, and I don't have such a bad attitude anymore. As for my costume, well, I'll figure something out. What's he gonna make with that? Scissors and paper. Later that same Halloween evening. Hello again, check it out. I'm a squirrel. Pretty spooky, right? Boo! And if you have the space, I'd love to join you. Of course, you see, it doesn't take much to have a good time on Halloween. Whee! Well, Mr. Seed, I'm glad you finally got into the spirit of Halloween. And we haven't even gotten to the best part of the night yet. Take a look around. Look, guys. Oh, there's a spooky maze. Oh, there's a Ferris wheel. Oh, it looks so much fun. Well, now this is a treat for everybody. Indeed, Mr. Seed. Indeed. Happy Halloween to all of us. And a happy Halloween to all of you from us here at the library. I hope you enjoyed the story, the good, the bad, and the spooky. But now Wonder Glasses has got to find some more books to go and read. Till next time.
Well, howdy partners, and happy Halloween. Today, we're gonna read Pig the Monster. Written by Aaron Blabby. Well, Pig was a pug. I'm sorry to say, on Halloween night, he get carried away. Hungrily drooling, he'd lurch through the streets, a monstrous rampage for treats, 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 treats! Treats, he would bellow, it's Frankenstein's pup. He'd grab a whole basket and snaffle it up. Treats, he would drool, a zombified bumpkin. And if you resist, he'd upturn your pumpkin. Yes, if you were stingy, well, Pig would be miffed. And then he'd be vengeful, and vengeance was swift. He'd egg your front door, an egg-hurling dragon. And then he'd set about fixing your little red wagon. If Pig felt shortchanged and his hopes had been dented, it filled him with feelings that had to be vented. Terrible tricks would be briskly invented. Shenanigans like this could not be prevented. He ruined the evenings of those he tormented. The scale of his payback was unprecedented. He got satisfaction, he never relented. Your treats will be mine, he cried, wholly demented. Wild in his triumph, the mummy unhinged. He laid out his plunder and frantically binged. Tearing through candy, a gluttonous goblin, he just didn't think about what he was gobbling. Dogs can't eat chocolate, cried someone quite clever. Dogs choke on chocolate. He's no fool, that Trevor. Pig spluttered foully, oh, wiener, don't nag, and then breathed in that chocolate and he started to gag. Now, quick-thinking Trevor, that wonderful hound, he snatched up Pig's ankles and swung him around. With a whoosh and a whirl and a windmill that lug, a fast-spinning dachshund and a chocolate-filled pug. And soon enough, all that sugary gloop was loosened up nicely, a warm chocolate soup. "Watch out!" cried Trev, but the crowd was dumbstruck as gallons of Halloween chocolate came unstuck. Well, these days it's different, I'm happy to say. Pig's Halloween harvest? A modest buffet. He respects people's homes and he shares out his booty. His generous spirit, a real thing of beauty. He really is nicer and much kinder too. An old dog learn new tricks? Well, who'd have thought it? Boom! Pig the Monster by Aaron Blabby. Have a happy Halloween.